What's up, everyone? Arctic here, bringing you guys a brand new running ranked dual commentary. Today I got my boy Abram on the mic with me. What's up, man?
Oh, hello. My name's Abram, for everyone that doesn't know. And I'm doing a dual com with Arctic, one of my YouTube celebrities here.
Yeah, we talked about this. I'm just not even going to acknowledge the celebrity thing. I'm just a normal guy doing some
Being
gaming
modest.
stuff.
Totally being modest
Uh,
right now.
so Abram, you've been on YouTube for a little while now. And I want you to kind of tell people about the type of content that you release and what you're all about.
Alright, well, my channel's all around Gears of War 3, clearly while I'm in this commentary. And more importantly, my channel is focused around quality content. What I do on my channel is I mainly post professional quality tutorials, commentaries, basically anything I want to post, it's going to be high quality, and that's what I focus on. So I'm not someone that posts a video every day, but if you subscribe to me, you'll be seen in my channel, in your sub box, that I don't post crap. So if you want you want to see good videos, that's what I'm someone you want to subscribe to.
Okay. Um, Now, how long have you been playing Gears? I've been playing since 2006, repping the 6 year mark, 7 year mark almost now. So how long have you been playing Gears?
Yeah, I think I got Gears of War the week it came out. The first Gears of War, I think I got it the week it came out. Totally got addicted to it. I think I got seriously. Was it seriously? It's just called seriously. I think
Seriously,
I got
then, yeah.
seriously twice. I think I got seriously twice, but I don't think I even got it on the count I'm on right now. But that's how much I played. I played that freaking game a lot. I think I got all the achievements for it at least twice, 2 or 3 times, just because I always end up making new accounts just because I didn't know you could change your gamer tag at first, so I'd always make a new account. But that's beside the point. So I've been playing Gears a long time. I've been playing since the first Gears of War. Then I switched to the second Gears of War, started hating the first Gears of War, never played that again. Loved Gears 2. I'm like, this game is amazing, even though it's laggy, full of problems. But Gears 3 comes out, still playing Gears 3. Started playing competitively in Gears 2, but Gears 3, I started playing competitively with my new team. And since then, I've really loved Gears 3. That's all I've really been playing. And I've been playing Execution competitively, probably since then.
Okay. Since you went on to Gears 3, a lot of people know my thoughts on the game since I've been doing running ranks so long. But can you kind of tell me how you feel about Gears 3 as it is right now?
Okay, Gears 3 as it is right now, there are some major problems, but overall, I think the game is really well made, and I think they did a really good job on the game. There's stopping power, big problem. King of the Hill, the spawns are a huge problem. Little things that could really improve the game a lot, they kind of messed up on, but you can clearly tell they were active in the forums, they took feedback from the fans, and they knocked it out of the park switching from Gears 2 to Gears 3. Especially with the dedicated servers. That made a huge difference. So I think Gears 3 overall, good game, but with minor fixes could be a lot better.
Okay. Um, I think there's some things that obviously for those of you that don't know, I'll kind of refresh you guys. I guess the one major thing that I always talk about with Gears 3, other than stopping power, because I'm not going to really mention stopping power because stopping power is going away in Judgment. We'll get to that, but my thing has always been about matchmaking, and I don't know how you feel about matchmaking, but
Oh yeah, I'm the
I think
same
it's
way.
just absolutely horrendous. I thought it wasn't very good in Gears 2. Obviously, there was no matchmaking in Gears 1 with the server browsers, but Gears 3's matchmaking is just terrible. It's one of the
But
worst.
they just wanted quick matches. They didn't care about quality matches. I
Yeah.
was okay with I'm okay with waiting 10, 20 minutes if I can get a good game with people of similar skill. Like finding a competitive match just in a random ranked game is near impossible.
Yeah.
Just because y- you have people running stacked teams constantly. All they do is like Lancer fire, and if you go in there with a competitive team in ranked, you just dominate everyone. Like there's no competition, just because they're so used to just running over all these random kids that can do nothing against a small amount of teamwork, and that's just so frustrating. I think they need a skill-based ranking system. This is something that's been overdue for a while too.
I completely agree. Completely 100% agree with that. It's just something that I wish they would have thought a little bit more about. And, I think part of it has to do with like, there's like this, I don't want to call it like maybe an industry standard now. I don't know who set the trend or where it came from because Halo had the skill-based matchmaking down. But then maybe Call of Duty, I don't know if that's the game to point to where everyone wants to get in quick. It just has to be quick, 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 quick. And the reason that I feel like they get away with it is that they have like this big, huge pool of players that they get to pull from. And I feel like for smaller games that doesn't really work, because you end up playing the parties of five a lot. You end up playing the guy that's really good frequently, and you don't get to play against new players all the time. And Gears of War is pretty unforgiving. So if you're a new guy and you're trying to play, if there's not a place for you to go where you can kind of, get better instead of getting smashed all the time, I think that's kind of depressing as a player. And the community drops off really quickly after that. But that's my biggest thing with Gears of War 3 is always in the matchmaking.
You know what? I have a fix for it. If like anybody watches this from Epic, there's a perfect way to get exactly what they want. When they switched Gears 2 from that skill based, that like 1 through 5 rank or whatever they had, to the 1 through 100, they saw like over double the people playing consistently in Gears 2, and that's why they kept it, because this RPG style ranking system works. People want to keep playing to keep getting that rank higher and higher and higher. But if they would do it like Gears 3, or not Gears 3, Halo 3, where they have the RPG style and the skill based, that would bring in both player sets, and that would keep both communities playing. And I don't understand why they just don't do that. Like that seems like the ultimate fix in
Keeping
this
people
problem.
within the same like set of, like, if you're red, you staying within red. If you're blue,
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, yeah, I follow you. That kind of works. That kind of works.
Okay, so if people get into the red range just based on RPG ranking system, they still have their ranked rank. So they might have the 1 through 100 for ranked, and then they have their little symbol is just the overall rank for how much they've total played. So if they have the skill based, the 1 through 100, so they have like skill, like say they're like ranked 50, they're only get matched up around people around ranked 50. But that other rank, that RPG style rank, they get match up with anyone. That's more for like quick match. That's for people that that's for anyone that wants to play anyone. Like ranked shouldn't be. There's basically no reason to play ranked when ranked is the same player set as quick. Like there's no, I don't understand it.
That's a completely different, like, I don't know why they did the like quick and rank thing. I don't know at all. So off of Gears 3, I want to hit Judgment real quick. So Gears Judgment, obviously there's a lot of changes going into this game from the Gears of War universe that we're used to. You got no down but not out, no locust, no stopping power, no active damage boost. How do you feel about Gears Judgment?
Yeah, overall, Gears Judgment looks great. It looks like a huge improvement from Gears 3, just based on no stopping power. That is such a huge thing. I just really hate it. Really hate, like, it slows down the gameplay. It literally slows it down.
Yeah.
And that has no place in being in any game, really. Because why would you slow down gameplay ever? Of course they buffed the rifles, but why buff the rifles and then keep stopping power? It didn't make any sense to me. Clearly they knew that they were wrong because they're switching it in Gears Judgment. But overall, I think Gears Judgment is going to be great, and I'm really excited for it.
Now with no locusts, any attachment to the locusts on your end?
No, zero attachment to the locust. People say that there's certain characters that sponge more than others. I don't really know if that's true, but I know that if you're in cover, your female character, they duck lower for whatever reason, so you can't hit them with a sniper.
Yeah.
But like Savage Cantus and stuff, I don't think I really had a problem with that. Just more the female and the gigantic like General Rom, like that kind of comparison.
Yeah.
But other than that, like the red versus blue, always been a fan of that since Unreal Tournament, and I think it's just going to be, it's just no problem with that. Overall, great.
Did you guys hear that nod to Unreal Tournament? That's right, baby. I love me some Unreal. So anyone that says Unreal in my presence is in good company.
It's a good game.
Yeah, it is. It's an excellent game. Down but not out. How do you feel about that? That's probably the biggest like difference. I think
This
once
makes
people
no
play
sense
it.
to me. Why did the community blow up over this? Like, really? Like, I don't want to alienate myself with how many people said, "Oh, this Gears of War is over. We're never gonna buy it." Like whatever. I'm not gonna join that group. I know I'm gonna be getting it, but no down but not out. That's not what makes Gears for me. What makes Gears for me is wall bouncing and using the Nasher. Like that is really what makes Gears of War Gears of War. They take out down but not out. They buff the rifles, whatever. If you can still use your Nasher, if you can still wall bounce, that's still going to be Gears of War to me. I don't care how much it changes. If it has that, that's what it is.
Okay, I like that. I like that wall bounce Nasher. I think a lot of people will be impressed with the movement of Gears Judgment. You know, you kind of asked me about that. Um, it's pretty fluid and it's pretty fast, and I think that the wall bouncing, at least on alternate for me, was really smooth. And for anyone that uses alternate control scheme, I think you're going to be impressed with some of the changes that they've made. I can't remember. I think I've talked about it once in an older video,
Yeah,
but
you said that it's not as sticky, and I remember that
yeah,
like you said you can hold run and wall bounce without having to switch over and over and over to
yeah.
continue to wall bounce.
Yeah, so I mean, for anybody that uses alternate, I think that they're really going to be impressed. I didn't use default. Can't comment on that. Don't know about the rolling and when you want to take cover. Default in my mind is like archaic. It's like I don't want to use that.
Yeah.
Um, but for the most part, I felt like the game was just super smooth. Now, the other thing is the loadout system, and this is probably the biggest one where I was kind of my flag was up. Like I don't know how this is going to work in the game. I really have to see it on a large scale environment. But, you know, the biggest, I guess, issue that I have, it's not that it doesn't make sense or that it doesn't work. It's that how are other people going to play and how are they going to affect my gameplay? So it's like, you know, not everyone's going to have their Nasher or their shotgun. It's going to be, they're going to choose their primary weapon. They're going to have their pistol and then they're going to have grenades. If I have a guy that's using frags when he should be spotting or throwing spot grenades, that messes me up. If I have a guy that won't use area of denial nades like the inks or the ensigns, that's going to mess me up. Or if I have a guy that's not healing with his stem grenades, that's going to mess me up. And then not to mention all of the things like, okay, well, this guy has a Nasher, this guy has a Nasher, this guy has a Nasher. We're not getting any crosses in. Like, we're screwed. Okay,
You know
so
what? I was curious with that. They replaced the bolt hawk with that one like
it's called
rifle,
the Marksa. The
the
Marksa.
Marksa.
Yeah,
So
I don't think I've
I
talked
was
about
just
that at all.
wondering,
Yeah.
what the heck is gonna stop people from just running like, why would you not use that all the time? Is my question. Like, if you got a weapon that can hit them from any range, two-shot headshot, it seems like the go-to weapon constantly. Like, is like you really have to count on people like just missing like horribly
I
if it's a
mean,
two-shot headshot.
here's the thing with the Marksa. I can't remember the damage on it if you're unscoped, if it's like the breach shot or something
Oh,
like
is it
that.
different?
But I know that the recoil unscoped, there's way more than scoped. Scoped, I don't think there's any
All right,
recoil.
so there really is a range on it. All right,
Yeah. So
that makes more sense.
I think if you're scoped, there's like zero recoil when you hit someone. So
Yeah.
it's gonna be easier to hit a headshot, but it's not gonna be that much easier. You're gonna lose your peripheral.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like a long shot almost, except you can rapid fire it a little bit.
Yeah.
So I don't know how it's gonna be large scale. I need to see a bunch of people using the Marksa. You know, it was like at our playtest, it was like one person using the Marksa, or two people using it. Not everyone all at once. So you got to see what that gameplay kind of felt like. It was more like, okay, Predator used to snipe on Gears 3, Gears 2, Gears 1. Obviously, he's going to be like, oh, a sniper. I'm going to try this out. And he was doing pretty well with it, but it wasn't like, I felt like he was just dominating me to the point where I couldn't, move around. And a lot of
Yeah.
that has to do with map design.
Yeah, even
on
so,
Judgment.
when you played it, I'm sure the game isn't going to be exactly the same as when you played it.
Yeah.
So even if it was you had a gun totally dominating during your playtest, it might be completely different. Like when the game comes out. So like you could be excited about the game, and you might be like apprehensive about what's still going to end up in the game. And it might end up being just exactly what you want a game to be.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons that I didn't really comment on weapon balance. And I think I kind of mentioned that a couple times because I have no idea what they're going to change or not change and keep the same or whatever in terms of damage and stuff. So I've been pretty tight-lipped about all the weapon stuff.
Plus, he signed a contract.
Yeah, plus I signed the NDA. But in terms of the Marksa, it'll be interesting. The other new weapon that they talked about was the Bushka.
What is the
Bushka.
Bushka?
It's a grenade launcher.
You
It's pretty
spawn
cool.
with a grenade
You don't
launcher?
spawn with it. It's a
Oh,
pickup.
I was gonna say,
It's a pickup.
move over, Mark. So that's a spawning weapon.
It's a pickup. It's basically like I don't know if you play Quake at all, but they had I think their grenade launcher bounced off walls, and the ball looks like the flat cannon, the secondary on the flat cannon, that big huge ball that came out.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know what
it
you
looks exactly like that, but bounces off of walls. So
Big and glowing, like
yeah, it's kind of
like
kind of like a little glowing orb, and it does some serious damage if you connect. And obviously, I talked about this in the commentary. If you kill someone, you have to scream the weapon name, like you just have to. It's just part of the game at this point.
like a
Yeah. So the loadout system, kind of, I don't know how you feel about it, but that's like my biggest concern is like, what are other people using? Because if they're not using the right weapon, then this is going to be a really messed up system that's going to go into effect.
with with competitive play, it's gonna be completely different anyway. If they notice that if they have a bunch of people using one gun, they're gonna take it out of competitive play and just say no, that one doesn't take skill. They're gonna throw it in whatever one. So as long as they don't split the compute, like they should just make the game competitively, like what you using competitively is what you should be able to use in like quick match, ranked match. That should be the same, or not even. I shouldn't even say quick. I should just say ranked match. Those should always be identical because people that transition from being really good in ranked, really good in gear, switch to competitive, always get dominated because for one, they aren't used to friendly fire. Two, they aren't used to how the game plays completely different with different weapon swaps, different rules, and yeah.
So you're saying for the people that want to play competitively, they should play how it's going to play in private match?
Yeah, I'm saying that's how the game should be made. Overall.
Oh, really?
Like, so Epic should really just, or People Can Fly, whoever, People Can Fly, if the game's bad, they're going to say People Can Fly made it. If the game's good, they're going to say Epic made it.
Okay.
So, if the game ends up being where in ranked match, everything ends up completely balanced, that means that that's what they're going to use in competitive matches. So why not just start out like that from the get-go, Work on that, work on the same settings being from competitive play as it is in ranked.
That is a very interesting take on it. I'm sure there's going to be some people that are going to disagree with you, but I'm not going to, here's what I'm going to say to that. I'm going to say most of the time in competitive matches, players tend to try to make it as fair of and even as a playing field as possible. That's typically what the competitive environment goes for. That way, true skill, so to speak, shines, and there's less. You feel like you got killed by a cheap weapon. That's kind of how they make it seem. And I think that's where you're going with that. So I don't know if people would agree with that. I think people would. When I say people, I mean like people that are not in the competitive community. That's a very interesting take. Very interesting. Think about that. Hope Epic kind of listens to that. I want to see what
It seems like they've been listening to my videos, all my Gears of War Judgment videos. It's like they watched them and were like, Abram knows what he's talking about. Let's put this in the game.
I'd be interested
over and over
to
and over, like everything.
hear what Quinn has to say with the game should be like what the competitive community says it should be like.
No, not even competitive community, just Abram. He's watching my videos. He's saying, guys, let's put this in here. He knows what he's talking about here.
That would be very interesting. So that's pretty much it. We talked about Judgment, talked about Gears of War 3, talked about your channel. Abram is, again, guys, I try to find the diamonds in the rough in terms of people that put out very good content, and I think a lot of people, Abram, they have like a really misconception about what this is about, and I have to add this to the video, is that this is not about me promoting people that don't have subscribers or that aren't getting shine or whatever the case may be, because I see a lot of people like, hey, he deserves more subs, and it's really not not that. It's just about people that
subscribers aren't even such a big deal.
Yeah,
you shouldn't even, that shouldn't even be your goal if you're on YouTube.
It's really not, and that's not what I'm trying to do. What I'm trying to do is find people that are very like-minded, and get them together and have a discussion about the community, about the game, because I feel like those people, in my opinion, are the ones that help the community grow. Sure, the people that troll, rage, do all the funny stuff, make your gameplay experience bad, yeah, those guys are cool and all, but that's not what I'm about. So, I just gotta kind of end with that message: is that this isn't about me promoting people. This isn't about subs. I don't care if you have 0 subs. I don't care if you have 5 million subs. It's not even about that. It's just about like-minded people talking about games. And the game of this discussion is Gears of War. It's running ranked. So, Abram, thank you very much for being on.
Oh, thank you so much. It's literally been an honor, a privilege, like too good to be true. Thanks for doing this whole thing with me. Seriously,
So,
I really appreciate it.
no problem, no problem. Everyone, if you're listening to this, links down in the description, guys. Go to his channel, subscribe up. I'm sure he'll be posting a bunch of Judgment stuff, probably getting his Gears 3 on a little
Yeah.
bit. You guys are going to miss out on some excellent content if you don't hit that subscribe button on his channel. So until the next time, guys, I will catch you later. Peace.